Hi dolls, it's Danae from Beautifully Dolled Up, and today I'm going to try to show you guys how to do this pretty romantic eye look. I've done it using just 3 of Younique's pigments, Vulnerable, Enamored, and Curious. You can see that I have one side already done, including my brow. So the first thing I'm going to do is show you how I do my brow. I am using the medium brow pencil that Younique has. I used to be very intimidated by brows, but I have learned, and especially if you use a brow pencil, I love ours that has this tiny little tip, if you can see it. It makes it incredibly easy to outline them and fill them in. And I don't think that a lot of people realize how important brows are. And a lot of ladies overdo their brows. And you don't really need to. It takes just a couple of minutes to do your brows. And you're good to go. That was just our pencil to fill it in. And you want to follow the natural contour of your brows. And then there's the gel. The reason for the gel is 1, it seals in the color. And 2, our gel has little fibers in it. The same kind of fibers we use in our mascara, but it's just a little bit of them, and it helps make them fuller. So if you have tiny spots where they're not quite full enough for you, you're good to go. Like over here, I have this little spot here that doesn't really like me. So I'm going to use the gel on this side, because I only used the pencil, to fill that in. And you can see, quick and easy, right? Next, we're going to use primer. Now we have our Glorious primer, and then we have this, which is our eye primer. You can use the Glorious primer also on your eyes. However, today I just used it for my foundation and stuff. I wanted to use our eye primer. The reason is, and you only need a tiny bit, is I love that I can put it on mostly the corner of my eye and then kind of work it in and up. And our eye primer is slightly tinted, not a lot, but slightly, so it's going to give you a nice base for your color. And ta-da, there is that. The next step we're going to do is, let me grab something here to wipe my finger off with. The next step you're going to do is you're going to grab a brush, and for me, I am going to use Younique's liner shader brush. I absolutely love these brushes. If there's no other brushes you get from Younique, I would highly recommend the eye brushes. They are my favorite eye brushes, and I have brushes from all over different companies. So you're going to put a little bit of the Vulnerable on. Tap off your excess because you don't want it to fall over your face. When you put it on, press it on. You're going to press it on your whole lid. And do it lightly. You don't want to, you know, be harsh with your eye. Your eyes are important. The reason I say to press it on is you're going to get more of the pigment actually on your eye that way than on your cheek. You're going to want to concentrate the bulk of the color toward the center and the corner here. And then I want you to go out here, see how you've got your bone across here? I want you to kind of come up here and then just kind of do some circles and hit that as well. That's going to give you a nice base underneath your darker color for blending later. And ta-da, you have your pink done. Now, once my pink is done, I'm going to grab my black, which is perfect, and I'm going to tight line. Tight lining is the eyeliner on the bottom line of your upper lid. The reason I do that is because it makes you look like you have fuller lashes, and it accentuates your eye and makes your eye bigger. And there you have that. Next, we're going to go with the Enamored and the crease brush. This is our crease brush. You can see that it's got a smaller tip. The Enamored is this smoky brown color. And I'm going to get that on the brush. Again, tap it off. And then we're going to go right here in the corner, okay? And push that in. And then you're going to go up into your crease here, okay? To about here. And then go back. You don't want to go over all the way. You want to stop right about where your eyebrow is, okay? Get a little more on there. And because I forgot to tap, like I told you guys to tap, I just dropped it on my cheek. So I just showed you guys a lesson, see? I did that on purpose. See, I did it on purpose so you guys could see that you don't want to drop it on your cheek. It was planned that way. Okay, then you're going to want to bring it and do soft strokes and kind of go up here again on that brow bone or eye socket bone, whichever it's called. A little too much right there. Now, I like to have a nice blending brush, and I have this one. It's really, really soft. It's round. And then I just go in and I do really, really soft, round blending. Blending is the key to making a good eye look, okay, ladies? Blending, blending, blending. And now we've blended that out. Don't worry about anything over here or anything that dropped on your cheek because that'll get cleaned up after, because I always wait to do my concealer after. Now, because I want that, make sure I'm grabbing the right color here because I'm blind today without my glasses. Now I'm going to grab the Proper, which is our brown liner, and I'm going to come in here and I'm going to go right along the top corner, and the same thing here in the corner of my eye, doing light strokes because you don't need a whole bunch of it. See how that's going on there? And then up into the crease, just in the corner here. And then we're going to go back to that crease brush and we're going to blend that in a little. And that's going to give us that nice darker corner right there. Ta-da! Now, because you already have the dark color on here, you can also come in here if you like and give yourself a little bit of a dark corner. I think I'm actually going to put a little bit of the liner there and blend it. And see how that really makes that center pop? It's awesome. Now I'm going to take a nice flat brush like this one and our Curious, which you can see is just a really, really light color. And I'm going to put that on there, again, tap it off, and go right here under my brow bone. And see how that already made a huge difference, having that highlight under there? Huge difference. And then I'm going to do the same thing here in the corner. I'm going to highlight that. The reason for highlighting is because it opens your eyes, makes your eyes look wider and brighter. Here is the Curious, so you can see that a little better. Okay, now that I have that done, I am going to go with my rose water. You can use regular water. I am going to spritz my shader brush just a bit. Helps if I turn it the right way. For some reason it doesn't. Oh, well, it helps if I actually turn it right. Again, I'm not going to edit this. You guys get to see my bloopers. Have fun. Or don't. I don't know. Anyhow, so I got my brush wet. The reason I did that is because then I can put some more of the Vulnerable on here, and it's going to be damp, and it's going to show up really, really well, because then it's going to go on, and you're going to put it right there in the center, and see how that pretty, pretty rose pink is just popping. I hope you guys can see that as well as I can, because it's such a pretty, pretty color. Vulnerable is one of my favorite pigments. And then there's that. So when you're done with that, then you're going to go again with your proper liner and you're going to go under or along your waterline, again, to about where your brow will end, like so. And I smudge that with my finger. Again, do it lightly. These are your eyes. And then I'm going to come up here and smudge some of that up into here. So it gives you that nice soft smoky look. And then I'm going to do my mascara. The reason I'm doing my mascara before my concealers, because that way if I do drop anything, I'm not going to mess up my makeup underneath. So I'm going to take my transplanting gel and I'm going to apply a little on the top, and then now this new transplanting gel we have, you don't have to put as much on. You don't have to put it on as thick. Put it on light, okay? And I love the shape of our new wand because that allows me to go in and separate my lashes a little. The other wand didn't allow for that. Then you're going to go in with your fibers. And again, I do just the tips. I go to the top and then the bottom from about mid-lash up. Work my way up. Now normally if I was near my bathroom, I would be using a blow dryer on my eyes now, because if you blow dry in between this step and putting your transplanting gel on again, it's going to make your transplanting gel last even longer because you're going to get less fibers inside it. I take an old wand from one of my other ones and I marked it on the bottom so I know I'm not grabbing one with transplanting gel on it that I've cleaned, and brush that out a little bit if I am worried I got too much, but it's fine really. Okay, so normally, like I said, I'd used a blow dryer under my eyes and it would have curled my lashes and dried them and set them. And then you always need to go back for that step of transplanting gel. Why? Because you want to seal the fibers in or they're going to fall off on your cheeks. If you have our mascara and you're finding that it's flaking off, it's because you're not sealing it well enough on that last coat. So make sure you do that. And then that's just one coat. Again, after that step, if you wanted to, you could use the blow dryer on it. Entirely up to you. And I really can't see what I'm doing because I have my glasses on. Sorry about that too. Adjust them. So after that step, then I'm going to go in with our concealer. Our concealer is magic. I know people who use it to cover their tattoos and stuff with. This stuff is just great. You don't need much. So I'm going to go in. I'm going to dot it and dot it and dot it. About 3 dots. Then I'm going to come down with one more. Okay? I'm going to take a concealer brush and I am going to kind of pat it in where I want it. And this is why I said you do your eyes before your concealer, because now any mistakes I made, or if I went over too far here, I can clean up that line with my concealer and blend it out with your finger. Or you can use one of our blending buds or buy blending buds all over the place. And ta-da! Now you have 2 beautiful, romantic eyes to go out to dinner with. Thanks for watching. You can finish off this look with a bold lip if you want, but I prefer, since you're going for a soft romantic look, to go with a more natural lip color. If you want to go with a nude lip color, we have Luxe Liner, which is a nude. We have Pouty Lip Liner, which is pretty nude, and Well-To-Do lipstick. I have the Pouty Lip Liner and the Well-To-Do lipstick on myself right now. If you want to have a little more pop of color, you could go with Upper Class, Upscale, Affluent, Loaded if you wanted to go a little more bold but still keep in this more of a neutral tone look. If you have any questions about any of our products, please feel free to contact me at any time. If someone else is showing you this video other than me or a friend, please see your presenter and get your products from her. Thanks. Have a nice day.